This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Ah, what a wonderful view of the mountainous countryside this planet has to offer. If I had the choice, I would nuke it to the ground and make it a flat piece of pavement. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Mass Effect. And no, I'm not bitter about having to go through these mountains multiple times just to get to one spot on this planet. Anyway, in the last episode, we finished the Maroon Sea cluster, dealt with the Exogeny who wanted to try to do more things with the Thorian Creeper, and didn't really pan out well for them now, did it? I forgot to show. Actually, maybe I should show off something really quick. Let me go back to this. I was actually gonna. Maybe I should have started here. I just forgot to show like what is in the room with these folks, and I forgot to show off the dialogue that happens if you actually do take the bribe. Luckily, I can just kind of skim through it really quick.
Everything was going fine.
Skimming through this important dialogue.
Made a smart choice.
Okay. So I never actually showed what happens when you actually like just take the bribe. What the journal says on that one. So let's see, where was it? The colonists were killed by the Thorian creepers as part of an experiment by exogeny researcher. After destroying the creepers, you let the researchers go in exchange for a large payout. So, yeah, I forgot to read that. I don't know why I forgot to do that, but, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a big deal if I didn't have it, but I thought I'd show it off anyway, just to show all the variations and changes in the journals and stuff like that. So, no, the other reason...
Rescuers?
Okay, let's just choose, like, top option. Doesn't matter.
Everything was going.
Gonna
But
see you,
open
Justice.
fire.
And we murder you immediately. Whoa! Did you see that guy fly? I forgot to actually click on stuff in the room. There's supposed to be, I think it's in here, or maybe it's in the previous room. There's supposed to be a pod similar to what Shawnee from the Thorian around here, so it must be in the previous room. Or maybe I accidentally blew it up. I don't know. But anyway, this one, I think, yeah, gives mainly upgrades in the malfunction area here. Yeah, I still have a bunch of items on this file. And then there was there's a technician's kit, which has more upgrades. I can't really tell you what wear kit that 9 times out of 10 does seem to have either amps or omni tools, I've noticed in the... So that'd be a good one to maybe save and reload if you're looking for a savant, maybe if you're trying to get a guarantee. Aid station there, which at this point we've already beaten everyone, so it doesn't matter. I think that's it. Yeah, it actually didn't show me off checking the room. Whoops. This is what happens when you hold down the run button while you're trying to go through doors. It thinks you click on them. Maybe it's in here somewhere. But we might have accidentally blown it up as well. See. Well, anyway, not a big deal. So, oh yeah, I think, did I show that one off too? The crate in the corner there? Anyway. Alright, back to loading the main file. The reason I wanted to start off here, or at least generally, was to show off. I was about to actually go off planet and mess with stuff, and then I was like, oh wait, I forgot to show everyone where the final minerals are. And so it's on here on the map. So you see the little... Or where, actually, no, it wouldn't be there. It would be wherever the Mako is. So it's going to be like right here. So just for those who are curious, just in this little area right there. So, yeah, and it's a cobalt deposit. So, yeah, I almost left not telling people about where this was. I was like, oh, right. I think I messed with stuff for a while, and then I realized I hadn't shown off. Ooh, we gained a level. But it got stuck there. Man. Oh, I also forgot to talk about Tali's outfit, or what. At least I don't think I mentioned it. I think I mentioned I gave her a new outfit, or I talked about it. But this is the best outfit you could get for Tali, bar none, throughout the whole game. Like out of all items and armor and stats and everything, this is the best armor you can get for her. So don't, like, I think there might be some armor that has slightly better like tech protection, but it has nowhere near the shields and the damage protection. And she can't get access to like the Predator outfit and other such things. I double checked on her armor sets, and yeah, this is the best one. So this is the one to go for. If you find a Quarian outfit Colossus, get it, because it's those don't drop as much. which is weird. I think they make a joke about it. I think in the DLC they make a joke about Quarian armor being hard to find. Because one, there's not a lot of Quarians around here, but two, it's just, I think it was making fun of the drop tables for Quarian armor. Like, there'd be a lot, depending on the version of the game, if I didn't straight up buy armor, I'd like, Tali would fall behind on armor equipment, like, pretty regularly. So, well, anyway, we're done with all that, so one more double check on what we've done. So yeah, we can't, well, we could do Vauldemare if I really wanted to, but I checked my I double checked like what I wanted to show, and you only have to do the 2 and then her. You could do Vauldemare, but that one, as far as I noticed, it didn't really change the dialogue at all. So I think you only have to do the first 2. You might even only have to do 1 before doing her, but I'm not sure. I think you do have to do at least 2 of the critical plans before doing hers to get unique dialogue to occur. So we've already done that. We'll do that eventually. Novaria's already been covered. Pickle Station will take care of that after we save Liara. Yeah, Gemini Station's done. Hades. Voyager Cluster, we just finished that. Beta Combustor. Attica Beta. Armstrong Nebula, yeah, we did that. Kemper Verge, yep. 6 Zeta, yep. Hawkins Zeta. So yeah, we're good to go. So we've done almost everything in the game outside of like basically DLC stuff and the final one of the final critical plans to go to. So let's finally save Liara Tassani after all this time. Oh man. The thing is, even what I'm going to show you is probably not even that big of a deal, really, in the grand scheme of things. I probably could have showed it off as an alternate, in an alternate video where I show her extra dialogue, but I don't know. I felt like I just wanted to get the dialogue via my main gameplay, and just have Tali, have Liara be out on her, just stuck there for a while. So anyway, we finally go to Therum after all this time. I don't know if I talked about this in a previous episode. Maybe I mentioned it before. Let me pull up but apparently, you know, during that bonus footage I showed you earlier at the beginning of the game where you do that demo and it talks like about like, you know, the like it was basically like not a demo, like an early teaser trailer for the game, like that probably came out like a year or 2 before the actual game came out. Well, apparently the Kalistan or whatever, where the guys talk about being attacked by Geth at a mining colony. Well, that was originally going to be like its own mission, but they decided to merge it into Therum, which is the same concept. The only problem about Therum is that Therum's pretty straightforward. It's like we go there and then we get to Liara, and that's it. I mean, we obviously do stuff on the way there. In the original game, or original concept, is they were going to have an area with a bar and everything like that so you could talk to people. It's supposed to have it was supposed to be an Eldfell Ashland Energy Mining Facility with people to talk to and workers and stuff like that. But I guess maybe time crunch, or maybe they didn't, or maybe they had that type of effect from like Novaria or Pharos, so they decided to take a Therum. But Novaria and Pharos both have areas where you can talk to people and then go do the mission. So I assume it was a time crunch, and they're like, okay, well, we can maybe skip it here because we want to, you know, you want to get to Liara as soon as you could as a teammate or whatever. Let's see. And then oops, sorry, forgot to show off the rest of it. And then Nova, Yekaterinburg, maybe named from the Russian metropolis located near Urals. I don't know where that actually is, but anyway, let's finally land. Sorry, I just want to get those little tidbits out of the way. So, all right, just clicking through my notes here. Okay, so this place, if you haven't already read on the report, it's a Geth attacked facility. So anyone with like dampening would work, because dampening works on their weapons. Sabotaging the weapons pretty much takes out most Geth attackers because they only have one weapon. They don't switch weapons. So if you have people with sabotage abilities, neural shock is worthless because they're not organic. Then obviously biotics can work depending on how strong the biotics are. But really the best teams probably Garrus and Tali, just because they both have damping and sabotage and all that other stuff. For this one though, I want to bring a bit more firepower, because I think Tali Tali can handle all the tech stuff, and I've got the biotics, so I think it's a perfect team. But no, I probably feel Garrus and Tali or Kaiden and Garrus, or basically any of your tech people all together would work pretty well. But I want to have a pure combat person here. And depending on when you play this mission, this might be the hardest mission in the game, weirdly, because of like what happens right before we enter the mine itself. But we'll get to it when we get to it. Obviously, if you know what you're doing, it's not that bad. But especially on insanity mode, this place can maybe be a bit challenging. Although I guess the whole game could be challenging on insanity mode. So, all right. So we're here for the Find Liara T'Soni quest. Liara T'Soni, an Asari archaeologist famed for her knowledge of the Protheans, is being sought by Saren. Her last known location was somewhere in the Artemis Tau cluster. All right. Yeah, since we're fighting all Geth here, obviously the best equipment's gonna be tungsten weaponry. So let me go and put on all my stuff here. I mean, obviously could do other stuff as well, but there is non-Geth enemies here, but it's very few, and you could probably easily switch or do enough damage by that time anyway. So yeah, tungsten rounds are going to be definitely the way to go, and obviously switch to whoever your best weapon is, which I guess technically it's, yeah, it'd be, yeah, because I bought some more Spectre X gear off screen. So yep. Okay, more tungsten armor. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, they don't give us tungsten rounds after 7, so that's why I kept those for so long. Yeah, we'll give them to her shot. Actually, technically, the pistol's probably better here because you're supposed to be close, but I'd rather use the. Oh yeah, someone needs combat optics because Geth here can mess with your scanners. So, yeah, I guess I probably want. Scanner rail I think will work. More damage. Yeah, get our tungsten ammo. And obviously, since these are Geth, they'll have obviously abilities to. Basically, you probably want either tech protection or you want high shields for this one. Let's see. She's got really good shields. Do I want to? Yeah, I think I'll give her shield injectors just to make her a little bit more durable. You've got the best shields you can of your weapon, so you'll need yeah, combat exoskeleton will be really good for you. I want shield recovery, or because you're probably not gonna take much damage throughout this whole, mainly because of my levels and everything like that. So, but you don't really need cooldown. Now let's go with energized plating, although it'll never come to that point most likely. And my armor, and I'll form the head. I mean, I think for me, since I've got the Predator, I think since I got better tech protection, I'll just do the kinetic exoskeleton for shooting and everything like that. So okay, and obviously if make sure if you have the give yourselves the best Omni tools, which I already have a Savant for her, so that's gonna make her a house. Okay, yeah, sniper rifle will beef that up. Yeah, beef up shotgun to get a Carnage. Oh, interesting thing about shotguns is that if you use the Carnage ability, the weapon doesn't overheat. So one idea is you could equip the shotgun with high explosive rounds, so you can get the damage without immediately, or at least you can get one good shot without immediately.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Oh yeah, and anyway, you could do the Carnage, shoot it, get a lot of damage, and maybe shoot it again to get more damage, like back to back. So, all right, let me actually make a save here, because I don't want to do all that work and then I have to do it all over again. So, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So you see how we're just supposed to run along the line here. So what happens if we actually go in the fire here? We die. Yeah, it's instant death if you fall in the... Not that it's going to happen, because, I mean, you have to pretty much actively try to fall in the lava or fire, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't look like lava, but this is Xbox 360. This is before, you know, the next-gen console, so... I wonder if it does look any better on the Legendary Editions or not. I don't know. I'd like to think so if you spend all that time on it, but who knows? Sometimes a lot of people who do remasters will half-ass it, so... But, yep, this is there, finally. Yeah, you could tell that this planet was definitely supposed to be designed to be the first place to go to. Because, one, you don't even have a section where you talk to people or anything like that. You pretty much just do the Mako job, and then you have a small skirmish section inside the mine, and that's pretty much it, so... Yeah, it used to be a bigger area. I think what the original concept was, you get in the Mako, then you get to the mine, and then you talk to the residents, and then you go into the mine to save Liara. But I don't know, maybe they thought the idea of taking forever to get to Liara when she's clearly like maybe in some type of danger was we've got the warship over there. Where you gotta drop down? Looks like some bug, like a or something. Whoa. Some more armatures there. Alright, beat you down. I will knock you all down! Okay, well, that's good enough. Oh yeah, we don't have to wear helmets here. Although this is a critical plant. Usually most critical plants we don't have to do it. Hope you got hacked. Thank you, Tali. This is why we bring you around, kid. Yeah, nothing. I mean, I've got the best armor and equipment in the game, so these guys are going to be chump change to you. But if you're playing this, if you're going here first, this might actually be quite a bit tougher, depending if you did a bunch of side quests or not, or if you straight went here after dealing with Saren, or after getting Saren caught or whatever. So what's up ahead?
This route's a no-go. They have height and cover.
Ah. Whew. Well, thanks for the warning. Looks like there's a couple turrets and a locked door. Yeah, you're actually supposed to go this way to get across, but if Ashley says something, I wonder what everyone else says.
I don't think we can take that strong point head on.
Only a fool punches a knapsack in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
Trying to knock down the front door seems stupid. Maybe we could find a side window?
Huh, that's interesting. I wonder if Garrus actually has a line of dialogue there or not. Yeah, I tried all the different combinations there, and yeah, I couldn't get Garrus to say anything. So if he does have dialogue, maybe it's like locked. Because I tried all different types of combinations to get everyone to say something, and Garrus never says anything, so... Interesting. What do you mean I just... never mind. I was going to say something silly, but... Anyway, yeah, you just get around those turrets by going over here. Nothing too bad, so... Although, once again, Rex has the more entertaining lines out of all the characters. Although, I didn't even know what creature was talking about when he was talking, but hey. I kind of like Tali's one. It's just... I don't know why I just... yeah, better... Yeah, this place... yeah, the Geth Destroyer just like random... Like, nah, actually, I want to throw him. There's not enough people here to... Oh, we got hacked. Well, oh, so my shield's about to go out again. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Oh, well, that guy flew. I forgot the Juggernauts and Destroyers a lot of times don't get affected by the, by that. Now, you can actually open up this area here. I think it's... I've got to double check here, but I think it's on the other side where the switch is for it. But the only problem with opening is that you lead yourself open to get attacked by the turrets. Because they don't just face... Ooh, we finally get number 10 stuff. Oh, I think it's already an upgrade I already have for my... Do you guys say anything? No? Huh. Usually you'll... Usually they'll say, like, not now, Shepard! Or something like that, but... They won't let me talk to him, so I don't know. But yeah, I think I already had that upgrade for that grenade. Ooh, we even got some more drops. I'll have to be careful, because I don't think I sold as much on this file, if I recall, so... Oh, yeah, we got high explosives or secondary damage. High explosives usually tends to, like, knock people back or around. So it's a good one to use for, you know, like creepers or stuff like that. Oh, yeah, I gotta go over... You know, I'll save going over because I finally decided to go over like enemy stats and details, and yeah, there's a rocket trooper here. Nothing too dangerous. Mainly just because. Did I kill him instantly? Oh wow. I didn't think my throw was strong enough to do that, but apparently it is. I did throw him into the wall, so. Alright, more weapons to sell. And yeah, let's open this up because I want to destroy the turrets. You know, for the maximum levels. Or experience, I mean. And of course, we're gonna weaken them with the Mako, but then get really and then shoot them on foot because we're crazy like that. But yeah, be careful about because they will start shooting at you. See, I probably should have moved the. Wait, was someone shooting at the Mako from there? Huh. Whoa. Interesting. Okay. Huh. I didn't think they could hit the Mako from behind the. Oh, you hacked it. Nice, Tully. Yeah, these things can be hacked. Very nice. See, this is why Tali's a godsend against anything that's like mechanical in this game. Well, you'll just wreck stuff with the shield. Just even, especially if you get your hacking high enough. I mean, obviously, electrocute or whatever. Overload. Sorry, I don't know why I said electrocute. Is really good, but hacking it just takes out one enemy, and then they usually take out the enemies first. Although sometimes if there's no enemies or if you're too close, the hacked unit will eventually start attacking you, which is weird. You think it wouldn't even attack you at all, but yeah, let's see what's here. Crossfire! Got it started for love. Crossfire! Crossfire! You know, I think that's the first time I actually said that song in this playthrough. You think I would have said it multiple times already, but... Oh, wait, what? Wait, was there... Oh, I missed that one. Huh. For some reason, I thought there weren't any other crates around here. I must be getting old. I must have forgot about that one. I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean... Although you do get experience from opening up crates, so... There you go. I need all the experience. I'll take a double check. I think that's it, though. I don't want to spend all this time here, you know. Well, what do you know? I'm forgetting everything today. It's just because they're hiding behind this little thing over here. Boy, oh boy. Man, what type of walkthrough are we having here? Well, not a proper one, that's for sure. If I was doing a proper one, I probably wouldn't even talk, or if I talked, it would be about like what. Wait, did I miss? Wait, did I not destroy that turret? Because it shows there's a turret over there still. Oh, maybe that's when I go. Okay, maybe that's across the line there. I was about to say I thought I destroyed everything. Yeah, it's on the other side of the map. Oh yeah, I haven't really been talking about the design of the place. Like, even though it looks pretty straightforward, you can see remnants of a mining facility all over the place, and obviously they're all dead. At least by this point. So we got that one. And there wasn't anything, and I know there's nothing in there for sure. I did test runs where I went through both of those buildings just to see if there's anything in there, and there's not. So, yeah, I kind of wish they had kept in the mining facility or the town, but oh well. Yeah, time, you know, time constraints and all that. Many games suffer from that. Take him out. Ashley, I'm the commander. You best be listening to me. Missy. Okay, anyway. Yeah, when we get to the really big encounter of this place, I'll go over like the enemy stats and stuff like that. Like what they can do. You know, even though I should have done that at the very beginning of the game, but hey. This usually happens in a lot of my videos and playthroughs. I tend to like, at the beginning, I don't tend to be as like organized, even though I'm prepared for this sort of. But then I start like, I don't know, I start changing things up like halfway through. Why do you keep shooting the Mako? What did it ever do to you, man? Yeah, it kept blasting it instead of us, which was odd. Which I guess is good. We don't... Oh yeah, there's a armature like way over there. We're coming to get you. We're coming to get you. Let's see. I don't think there's supposed to be any like secrets like behind any of these areas over here. I think they're just there to show like the pipelines and stuff like that. So might have to back off for a bit while my shields regen.
Moving out.
Oh, and of course she hacks it. So yeah, that's all I got hit big time there. Can I actually throw these things? No. And yeah, so even though he's hacked, he's still attacking us. So. Did you use your shield boost? Actually, probably. Nah, fine. Go ahead and use it.
All targets down.
Yeah, look how fast that went up. Of course, it's almost maxed out, so that makes sense. So, yeah, let's go and heal. You never know. Ugh. Well, luckily this next part over here we have to take out a lot of ground units anyway, so. And there's another armature over here. So yeah, more, there's a, actually wouldn't be a bad place for sniping if you're, if you got the sniper ability. Back up ladies, back up. Alright, let's get a little closer. I think really the only thing I can do to Geth really, or at least armatures, is basically just use warp on them. Where is warp? There it is. That'll actually help us with damage. Yeah, just keep shooting all day with my weapon. Although it doesn't help, it doesn't hurt that I have the Spectre weapon, so it has really high, like, low heat emission. So, man, I think if I was using snowblind armor, I think it's called snowblind ammo. It purposely, like, it slows your rate of fire, which basically means you can basically shoot the weapon all day. But if you get like the frictionless materials, you can basically do the same thing, and it gives you a damage bonus. So why not just do that? You know. I think this whole mission should only take one episode. It shouldn't take me multiple ones. Although I did dick around a bit at the beginning, I'll admit. So, yeah, rocket troops shoot rockets at us, but ho hum, you Geth are nothing. How are you taking over? How are you doing so? How are you helping Saren so well when we can take you out so easily? And yeah, there's no reason to go over here, but yeah, I was just wanting to check it out. Just. Yeah, I always wish there was like one of the critical missions gave you a chance to like really like explore. But no, most of them are pretty straightforward. Even Novaria, where you get to explore that little area, you still have to go straight to the next location. But really, it's easy to forgive this game being the first of its kind. And then, you know, you're never sure what you can and can't do, and what time, like, when do you want this game to come out? You know, do you want to wait another year to add some stuff, or do you want to release it? And hopefully it pans out, because I mean, this was a new project. No one had, you know, people had heard about it, but nothing, you know, no one knew what to expect from the game, you know, and luckily it did well enough to pan out a franchise, which unfortunately kind of sort of petered out. But I guess with the success, apparently the, well, I don't know all the, oh crap, I meant to not do that. Oh well, yeah, whatever. I only lost a couple hundred, or a couple, like 60 experience or something like that. Oh well, not a big deal. I was like, I'm not gonna reset just for that. It's not that big of a deal. And then I keep saying that, which means it is a big deal. And now I'm getting super angry. And my head is steaming and. But I heard the Legendary Edition is selling really well. So whatever qualms I had about it doesn't matter. It made money, and that's all that companies care about. So, Alright, unfortunately this area we cannot take the Mako, so for those of you who have been relying on the Mako before, you're now forced to actually fight stuff. Oh no! So, yep, we have to go on in. This is probably on Insanity mode. Like I said, this is probably the hardest part of it because this is like basically a... Luckily you have enough cover and stuff like that, but I remember always having... When I first played Insanity, I remember having quite a bit of trouble with this.
I've lost shields.
Yeah, he hit me with both. Isn't this supposed to be a like cover? Yet somehow it kept... Well, I guess it is a rocket, so... I got hit by the general explosions, but... yeah, Insanity mode, I remember having quite a bit of trouble with this area. Even with because I played this one first, and so you have this you know, isolated area. I like the music here as well. Nice job, Jack Hall. With a little action beat. Yeah, this is another dangerous part. The sniper off in the distance. So. This would be another good place if you have a sniper build. Although you usually could probably just run on him through, or if you have immunity or, you know, barrier or whatever, usually you can survive long enough to, oh, not wasn't going into cover. That's where the person wanted. Oh, and she totally hacked the, no, but they killed each other. Yeah, see, this is probably why you want... Oh, yeah, there's like a guy on the ridge over there as well, but the AI took care of it. Let's see. Yeah, you're on the weapons I want you to do. Looks like Ashley activated. Oh. Yeah, one on the ridge here. But if you move fast enough, you usually can get around it. Yeah, on Insanity mode, you probably want to have your allies get behind rocks whenever you can, so that way they're not out in the open. But because of the armor and everything I've got, I don't have to worry about it too much. Alright, looks like we're at the big fight of this. Well, actually, there's technically two big fights. The one coming right up here, so be prepared, and especially if you're playing on Insanity mode, a real dick move is about to happen. Mainly just where you're placed at afterwards. Alright, it's gonna activate anytime now. Actually, Geth kind of look like frogs when you think about it. And this might be a dangerous encounter because this might be the first time you actually encounter armature on foot. Like you might have been using the you might have been just using the Mako the whole time. Let's see. Okay, so let me click on their. Let me get their stats out of the way. Sorry about that. I thought I had it ready to go. So, yeah, this fight is dangerous because you're put out in the open. Two, you've got like a couple of stalkers like ready to like assassinate you, and I think there's the Geth Ghost. Actually, have I talked about the Geth Ghosts? I think they were on Novaria, but yeah, you got a sniper as well. A couple of snipers. Yeah, so you might get like, depending on the difficulty mode, you may immediately lose like your party members, so it's probably a good idea to save before this happens. So okay, so we've got the, or no, that's armature. For some reason I'm thinking something else here. So all right, the armature. This is it's Geth. It's synthetic. It's got a siege pulse cannon, mass accelerator machine gun. So it'll still shoot you, but it doesn't do as much damage. But you just have to be careful, even if it misses with its siege cannon. If it does start activating the siege cannon, which you've seen before, use dampen on it, or is dampen the one I want? No. Oh, it's sabotage. Sorry, sabotage. It'll immediately stop it. It'll go to its machine gun. So that's one way to save yourself. Has high health, high shields. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just like, and since we have hacking, obviously you could hack the thing as well. If you have it, I think you have to have it maxed to do that. So, all right, so that's the armature there. I'm trying to think if there's anything different about this creature. Yeah, tungsten ammunition is great against these guys. Assassination would be really good because you can hide behind the boxes and just tag them. So that's why Garrus would be good here, or if you have, or if you're a character with a sniper build. Apparently, throw can possibly knock this guy down depending on if it's maxed out, which I don't think my throw is maxed out on me, so that's probably why it's not working. Okay, yeah, sorry, we're slowing down the thing just to talk about all this, so let's see, what do we got? A sniper there? Whoops. Okay, sniper, Geth synthetic, they have the Geth sniper rifle, which means they only have one weapon, so you could sabotage them, and they couldn't use their weapon for quite a while. That's the same with all Geth. They have the assassination ability, and then they have radar jamming, but I've got, radar is about to be jammed. But I've got combat optics, so it doesn't work on me. Health is low, shields are very low. Yeah, sabotaging. Apparently, if you have master sabotage, you might be able to one-shot him possibly. Let's see, AI hacking would be great. Immunity is good against them, so that way you're not one-shotted, or if you have barrier. And any of the biotic abilities, lift and throw, will work just as easily on this guy. Let's see, we've got, where's that? Was there a rocket trooper too? Or no? Well, they were earlier. Okay, so, well, okay, well, we did run across rocket troopers. They're gas synthetic, they have pulse rifles, they have shield boost at higher difficulties, they have the distortion rocket and scram rockets. Distortion rocket is a blast radius thing, which you've seen before. And then they use scram rockets, which are basically just very fast rockets, but they don't do exploding. But we usually kill them when we're out of the way, so we don't even notice half the time the speeds of them. Same thing, sabotage, warping, damping. Damping is really good here, just to prevent them from doing their tech attacks and stuff like that. So, let's see. We got, what was it, the Shock Trooper? I think Shock Trooper is just mainly an upgraded version of the Rocket Trooper, if I recall. See. They're heavy infantry, but they also have their Geth, synthetic, they have the pulse rifle, they have a Hex shield, which is basically just their way to get extra shields. They have Carnage, and they also have shield boost as well. Hex shield, let me look that up really quick, what that actually is. Yeah, it's an energy barrier that blocks all fast-moving projectiles and bullets. So you definitely dampening would be, obviously overload for the bullet itself. Oh, I'm looking at the Mass Effect 3. Well, it's basically the same thing. It's basically oh, sorry. No, the Hex shield is that thing they put in front of them. Sorry, I was misremembering. I was looking at the Mass Effect 3 stats. No, yeah, when they put that random shield in front of them, that's a Hex shield. Let's see. Yeah, you can dampen them. Yeah, they have. Yeah, basically a lot of the same abilities I'm telling you about work on all the other characters. So I already talked about the sniper. Stalker. I guess I don't have him highlighted here. I'll delete that up later. Same with the ghost. Well, I'll let those up here in a second. We've already taken way too much of my time to do this. So one thing you want to do is immediately run into cover, no matter what difficulty you're on, and then immediately get your allies behind cover, and then really just kind of take them down one by one. Really, at this point, since I've got singularity, let's start with that. Haha! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Actually, could I? Let me see if I can just throw them all into the river, or into the. Yeah, it looks like oh, that guy, that one guy was flying pretty far. Whoa, Tali got hit. Oh, she's out in the open. What are you doing, lady? Get behind cover. Yeah, I'll have to. Or no, well, I mean, she can use me. Oh, there's the. Oh, let's leave him alone. I could. Well, let me warp him first so we can do more damage. And then overkill. Oh, Tali, you got in front of it. Yeah, unfortunately the AI. Oh well, what can you do? All right, let's unity you. And yeah, we've basically taken care of everyone. Yeah, that was pretty quick. Where are you? Oh, and he died. So, okay, cool. All right. Thanks for dying, Tally. It's because our AI just wouldn't. I think it's because I didn't maybe move it close enough or farther away, or maybe I should have moved her somewhere else. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, it's funny how I explained this whole thing on like what abilities you use, and then when we actually fight them, it takes like 5 seconds, and I've beaten them, so because of my level. But I don't know, it's just giving suggestions for those who are, like, one way to go would be to like try to run over here if you're playing the sniper, but half the time the fight gets kind of chaotic at the beginning, so I almost just stay in place, because very rarely do the stalkers ever get behind you. Same with like all the other troopers. Usually they'll just charge at you instead of trying to go around you and everything like that. Let's see, what else? I don't think there's anything actually here outside of going into the mine itself. Let's see. No, not really. No, I can't talk to Tali. Let me look up the Geth Ghost really quick. I forgot the details on that. Geth Ghosts, the most dangerous variety of the Hopper character, which is the same with the Stalkers. So basically, they're advanced Stalkers. Yeah, Hoppers, Stalkers, or whatever. Lightly armored, lightweighted. They're affected by physics-based abilities like throw or lift, and then go and get them with a sniper rifle when they're lifted or thrown. They have assassination. They have radar jamming. They have moderate health and marginal shields. So yeah, it's usually because they can move all over the place. Although in that fight they had a decent amount of shields, but that's because of the level I'm at and the difficulty. Yeah, Stalkers are pretty much the same, just weaker versions of that. Although the Stalkers apparently could do sabotage, while the Ghosts can't do that. So that'd be one group to hit first with that ability. With dampening, so they don't do that. So, all right, let's actually get into the place itself now. So, but yeah, saving before that, probably saving after it would be good, just right before. Although you do get an autosave as soon as you hit the tunnels itself. So, and these are the mines. Sorry. All right, we've entered the mines, and yep, we get an autosave. I mean, usually it's good to have backups just in case. So. But I'd probably end up having a heavy save here pretty soon anyway. Oh, and be prepared to immediately be attacked like as soon as you step out of the area here. Yep, we got a shock trooper. See if we can just shove him over the edge. Ah! I mean, it doesn't kill him, but it does do a decent amount of damage. Ooh, we got a fusion container. Ha! Let's see, there should be a guy. Was there supposed to, I guess because I knocked him over. Because I thought there was supposed to be a guy over here too, but another guest soldier or whatever. And now, if you've got allies or any of your allies, they'll have a commentary here when you first go down this one, and then there will be another commentary. There's another elevator up ahead. They'll have 2 different commentaries. So. I'll probably show those at the end of the episode, like what all the other characters have, like I've done before. The only reason I did that one conversation as is because I thought it'd just be funny to throw in commentary, or throw in the.
It looks like this cavern formed around after it was built.
Huh. Interesting. Well, how do you know that, Tally? Aren't you more of an electrician? I didn't think you studied geology and stuff like that, but. Yeah, that's probably part of your... I think everyone says a line similar to that, but I don't think there's a lot of copies, if I recall here, so... Okay. Ooh, medical kit. I think that's it. Oh, yeah, and some... Oh, yeah, some drones are here. Let me look up... Do I have the notes for drones here? Let me see. Pull that up really quick. No, for some reason I don't. Okay, let me pull that up really quick. Sorry if I'm tapping really loud. What is this again? Is this a assault drone? It's gas synthetic, has a mass acceleration machine guns. No abilities, moderate health and low shields depending on when you fight it. So, okay, so pretty straightforward. Just either sabotage or overload will do a decent amount of damage to them. So, all right.
Protheans built to last. Looks like a lava flow port in here.
Really? Well, why else would you build a... oh, sometimes if you, like, rush into it, Shepard will stay in combat stance when you run. Oh, and he also, like, always... Uh-oh, what the... Oh, no. Oh, nuts. Oh, we're going to have to drop down the regular way. Now, normally I would play through this whole mission and then show you the variations in the dialogue, but I feel like it bears... It's a bare point that I need to show you. Oh yeah, and I unfortunately can't save right here because we have a little thing, but I'll just do that off screen. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to show you how you're supposed to play this. Wait, what happens if you play this first? Because I think that's important to know before we get the dialogue and stuff that I'm going to show you after that. So the rest of this mission, we're going to swap on over to my my FemShep file. And show you what this is like if you play this like right as soon as you're supposed to get here first. But yeah, I think it's, I mean, like I said, normal missions I would show my playthrough of it on my regular file and then show how the other file would look. But like I said, I think it's important to show this here first. So oh god, that was crazy there. So let me go ahead and I'll take you to one right back at the elevator. So I'm just gonna cut to when we get there. So, oh, actually, maybe not. Hold on, because there's the dialogue that I'm gonna lock in. Best to show it off here. Yeah, I'm not as cool in this one. Yeah, see, my pistol's already overheating. I don't have a Spectre gear and everything like that because I went here straight afterwards on this file. So, oh well. Yeah, that's why I don't have tungsten rounds. Or I might have them, or not tungsten. Oh, the overstater of the obvious, Kaiden. At least Tali said something about the structure of this place. Okay, and they never give you the best lines. You're supposed to be the head of you're supposed to be the thought character, the guy who like not overthinks things, but is supposed to be more, you know, cerebral or not. I wouldn't say super intelligent, but I don't know I'm not sure what word I'm trying to. And you can only tell like when I fight these things that like the stats on these at level or whatever are completely different. Like they don't. Oh wow! I keep forgetting I don't have a
sterile white. Protheans sure build things homey.
Yeah, I like how Rex, even though basically he said the same thing, he just said it in his own way, which I don't know makes Rex really stand out. Like I say, he's just the old man who just states the obvious, that type of stuff, or states obvious stuff in his own way, you know. But yeah, the reason I stopped here on my Shep file is we're finally going to encounter Miss Tassoni herself.
Hello? Could somebody help me? Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Oh. Well, who are you, lady? Huh. And how'd you get stuck in that bubble there? Keep it down. No, don't worry. Well, actually, no, the dialogue is different here, so it's going to be different. So, anyway, we hear you.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
I'm going to do all the well, actually, I think we still have to invest. Well, anyway. So, we'll find a way to free you. How? We can't reach you. Let's ask her about her mother. At this point, she's not dead yet.
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
Well, I don't know if we can trust her, but how'd you get trapped like that?
How did you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
Now, of course, scientists touching things that they're not supposed to. So, you brought this on yourself. What can we do? Stay calm. Stay calm. Like, what was that? Isn't it like a Drake theme in Britain? Like, stay calm. Whatever.
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
And that's pretty much the only non-Geth character in the whole place is a Krogan Battlemaster.
Let's get moving.
Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, nothing unique from the peanut gallery. So, let's open up a way in here. So, oh yeah, I don't have a. Oh yeah, no, I have a combat optics equipped, I believe. So anyway, we got some Geth shock troopers in here, rocket troopers as well. You gotta remember, I don't have infinite not overheat on this playthrough. That's the problem with playing a high level playthrough and then go into like a weaker playthrough. Okay, what we're supposed to do is supposed to hit the mining laser here, but actually I'll just show that on Mail Shep file. So let's just go straight to the objective. There's some crates and stuff like that over there, but I'll show it on his file. So all right, let's enter the code. This one you just have to guess, but the code is AXBY. It's pretty easy. Okay, let's go inside. Oh, I think there's some journal. Okay, I guess that doesn't unlock or anything like that here. So, and that's pretty much it. After this, we take on the next encounter of this fight, which is obviously the Krogan himself. So let's switch this on. Let me look up the Krogan Battlemaster really quick while we wait for that. Let's see. Yeah, it takes us around and we get to see Liara's lovely backside. Hello.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
Ha. I'm a human and I'm Shepard. I made the mountains move by my own will alone. Superior firepower was easy. It's not important.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Well, the exit stage, right? Or, yeah, right in this case.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on.
Thanks for that, Liara.
I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Exit stage right again. It's just weird. It's just so
The whole place is caving in.
It's just so unnatural the way they just move off screen. But I love Rex saying the obvious. What the hell is that? We need an escape plan.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
Not much margin for error.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
I love Rex. Oh man, if I had my choice, I would have just brought Rex for every mission and not messed with anyone else. So, I think he's the only character that has like a funny dialogue like that. I think everyone else is pretty straightforward at this point. So, why is it loading? Oh, impressive. Wait, what? Hold back. What are you?
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
Oh, don't worry, folks. I'm going to show this off. But this room's kill this bastard. What do you want? This room's coming down, you idiot.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
I don't like the fact the game still goes, you just want to fight this guy, don't you? Kill this bastard, you want to fight now? I'm not giving her up, dude.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Okay, it's fight boss time against the Krogan Battlemaster, but I'm gonna really quickly reload that save really quick. Mainly because I want to show the kill the bastard option, because everyone, like, kind of like when you hit Novaria and when you kill the guys on Pharos, everyone has like a unique pose that they do when they do that. So, well, not with everyone, but
Saren's looking for the conduit.
okay. Yeah. And that. Oh, by the way, when you say we need a plan, yeah, you say the same thing on both choices. Oh well.
Not much, Mark.
Yeah, it's kind of sad how they give you two choices, but you say the exact same thing. I'm like, well, what's the point of that? And there's no like Renegade or Paragon like reward you get for saying that. It's just that you say the same thing. I'm like, well, what was the point of that? Was the original intention you were gonna have different dialogue, or you were gonna like maybe certain characters respond if you say something specific, maybe? But it didn't seem like that. So I like how she does that too. Like, it's almost like she's doing that to Rex specifically. It's like, don't kill him yet. I want to ask him something. What do you want?
There a reason you're in my way?
The same reason you're here. The Asari. Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
Alright, kill the bastard.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
Alright, anyway. Yeah, we got... This one could be a really tough battle because you're, like, basically out in the open during this fight. But luckily, actually, on my other file, he's got to have a lot more shields. But this can be kind of dangerous on Insanity mode. Probably the best thing is to probably try to hide behind one of these things over here and then try to get your companions to move over into cover. The Geth will kind of try to surround you, so you have to be pretty careful on that. Let's see. Overload. And then, yeah, I should be able to just blast him. At least at this low level, anyway. Yeah, the sniper can be kind of heinous. I don't think my hacking is strong enough to hack him, is it? Oh, okay, good. Oh, yeah, I'm playing an engineer on this build, by the way. Yeah, Shock Trooper. Yeah, the Krogan, the Battlemaster is probably the most tough part of this fight. The Battlemaster, he's Krogan, he's considered organic, so if you have, like most Krogan, if you have either toxic or fire preferably, that'll reduce or prevent his regeneration, which he has. He has a shotgun or assault rifle. Assault rifle until he goes in close, and shotgun. He has Carnage, he can use ability or immunity. He has warp and throw. He has regeneration, and he has berserker charge, which is he just runs into you. But luckily, since we're playing an easier, a low mode or whatever, yeah, that wasn't too bad. But it can be dangerous, especially on like harder modes or insanity modes. So. So what was with the whole Joker getting there thing? It's not like he could have burrowed into the mines to get us. And it's not like there was any enemies outside. Or maybe there was going to be. I don't know. But anyway, we saved Liara. Yay!
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Well, that's why we like Joker. Yeah, he's a jerk. It eases attention. He saved us, dude.
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Yeah, 50 years, huh? Wow, you've been wasting your whole life. All I did was just run across the Prothean thing and boom, Reapers, dude. I might know.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Mysteriously wiped and something happened before that. That's interesting. How do you know this? We're in a hurry here. Yeah, if you just want to skip it, cycle. Who came before them?
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
You've wasted 50 years of your life because Miss MC over here learns it in both a brief, matter-of-fact encounter that she didn't even expect. Well, the bottom option. Shut up and I'll tell you. As far as I know, I think all options lead to the same discussion. I know what happened. I can tell you.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
I saw it in my mind. It's a vision. Yeah, like any scientist would believe that. But we just blown your mind, lady. I saw it, a vision, the beacon.
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions? Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren, or the conduit.
Of course, you are right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
And obviously, obviously I'll show this later, or here in a second, but yeah, if your femship, Kaiden is the one who kind of gets a little bit agitated with Liara, but if your male ship, it's Ashley who gets a little agitated for obvious reasons. We'll find it later. Yeah, so what good are you? You can still help us.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Oh, well, thanks for piping up, Rex. When it comes to the most important things, the biotics. Because, yeah, her knowledge of the Protheans almost have leading nothing to the game, this story, if I remember correctly. Great, another alien. You can come. Welcome aboard.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Prothean's true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Yeah, think things after your mind's been blown. We're done. That's all for now. We'll talk later.
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Oh, I've got a gun pointed at her head right as we speak. No, I know what I'm doing. That's not necessary. She wants to help us, sir.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Theron to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
Yeah, disconnect. I'm tired of your crap. I don't care about the ruins. It was.
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
And that's if you do the quest normally, and you're supposed to, like, get Liara and everything like that. Which I think that in the journal it's the same. Either way. Yeah, you've saved Liara from a collapsing Prothean ruin. She has joined the Normandy's crew. Hopefully your expertise will help you find the conduit before Saren. It doesn't. Yeah, it's kind of sad when you think about it. It's like, yeah, her biotics are awesome, and I like her character. Which I'll talk about that in another episode. Not today, though, because we have to get back to my old file and actually do this in the proper way. So I'll skip to when we actually talk to Liara this time, and oh, you're in for a treat, folks. Well, I think it's a treat. I don't know how much you'll think about it, but alright, see y'all in a second. Alright, we're finally back where we started, so now to see why I've been like holding off on doing this for a long time. At least at the time.
Hello? Could somebody help me? Please?
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Are you real? Oh no, don't be stupid, Liara. Humans do not come here, you're hallucinating. And talking to yourself. Oh, goddess. I am going to die here.
Yep, because we left her in here for so long, she's like probably like got lack of like probably dehydration, food. She's hallucinating because she was stuck in this thing. So apparently the Geth at some point just never got to her because of that barrier this whole time, so she's gone crazy. So your whole line of dialogue now changes completely because she thinks she's crazy. So we're here to rescue you. You're not hallucinating. Get a grip, doctor!
We're here to save your sorry ass, so snap out of it.
You're rude for hallucination. My subconscious must want to punish me for being this stupid.
I don't know. I just love this whole exchange and the fact that they had this in the game. That if you purposely wait a long time to rescue Liara, then she just goes crazy. You know, well, temporarily, of course. But believe me, I'm real. I'm not a hallucination. Fine, don't believe me.
Doesn't matter what you think. I'm getting you out of there.
You almost had me convinced there. I would not expect a hallucination to be defiant. Well, I'll play along. As you can see, I am trapped here. If you're as real as you claim, find a way to get me out.
And because Benezia has been killed, that question never pops up anymore. So, I think, well, let me ask anyway.
How'd you end up in there?
Ah, yes, the figment of my imagination wants me to retrace my steps. See if I can figure out where I went wrong. I was exploring the ruins. When the Geth showed up, I ran in here and activated the defenses. The barrier curtains could protect me. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
I think that line of dialogue is the same. Like, but there's brief glimpses of the new dialogue as opposed. Stay calm. What can we do? You brought this on yourself, Doc.
You shouldn't have been messing with technology you don't understand.
I know how it works. I've studied it. Ugh. Calm down, Liara. You're yelling at a figment of your imagination. Listen, if you're real, find some way past the barrier curtain. Find some way to deal with the Geth. Then use the control panel to release me. If you're not real, leave me alone. I'm tired of talking to myself.
I just love this. I don't know. I just love the fact they put this in the game. It's just, I don't know, just something hilarious about that. I find this funny, like, really do. Like, I forgot how I figured this out. I think I was just, because I was playing this game so many times, I was just trying to do it in different ways just to see, like, I guess maybe because there was different dialogue on certain things. So I was thinking, I was like, well, I wonder if there's anything different if we go to, like, this planet last. Oh, yeah, we got some shock troopers, explosive barriers. More shock troopers. I think there's like a rocket trooper down there I already killed. Oh, did she swap to a sniper? Why did you swap Tali? No wonder. I was wondering why the scanner thing stopped working. I was like, wait a minute, what happened? I was like, oh, she swapped her weapon for some reason. I think it's because they were so far away, so it makes sense to do the obvious, the weapon with the scope, which I guess characters who can't normally get it can use the scope feature. I don't know. There's no way to really, unless you hack the game to somehow be able to play as like one of the characters. I wouldn't know. There's supposed to be some chests around here, or crates around here. I was just seeing if there's any back here, but I guess not. So, all right, they're inside this thing over here. Oh, yep, a containment cell, which toxic people. Oh, yep. Here's one. Yeah, I skipped it before because you know. I wasn't going to keep that file anyway, so no point. Oh, frictionless material, kinetic coils, those are very good. I mean, I wish I'd rather have the 10 one, but the 10 one's not that much better, so if you have a 9, it's fine. Okay. More stuff to sell. I think that's it. Yes. Anyway. Alright. But yeah, just the whole line of dialogue that she's just hallucinating is just awesome. I don't know, I don't know, I guess it's the simple things. Yeah, that's why I was waiting the whole game to show you, folks. And yeah, I know I could have showed you in an alternate playthrough where I was like, what would happen if we didn't save Liara, or save Liara for last? But yeah, I think it was just me, like, messing around with the game, trying to beat certain areas at certain intervals. I would do that. I would play the game on easy mode, obviously, to do it just to kind of, because that's all I was trying to do was mess with. But yeah, and then I found out that Liara's dialogue changes if you take forever to get to her. So as far as I know, it's the same if you do Vauldemare before her. She just misses out on a ton of stuff over the course of the game. But then she acts like she was there the whole time after a certain point, because it's like, well, I mean, she never talks about it, but anyway.
Now I am hallucinating that you were inside the tower. I must be getting worse. Earlier, I even imagined I heard thunder.
Yeah, you're crazy, Doc. That was us. We blast our way in. Not thunder. Explosions.
We used the mining laser to bore through.
You bored through? You're real, aren't you? By the goddess, you're real. I'm sorry. I thought you were a hallucination. I thought I was going mad. Please get me out of here before more Geth show up.
Stage right. Yeah, let's get you out of here, lady. You need a warm bed and some hot cocoa. Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff's the same now that she's not hallucinating anymore.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. I think that's the same. Come on.
Yeah, I think it goes back to normal after this, though.
I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me?
The same.
Saren's looking for the conduit. Think fast, Miss Prothean expert.
The conduit, but I don't know.
I love Ashley's sassiness there. This is why I brought her with.
What the hell was that?
No, she even has the same lines as Rex there.
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry.
But yeah, I love. That's why I brought Ashley to show you, because she, she always has a thing against Ashley, especially if you choose a male Shep. Just even though it's before anything goes on, but she even puts her hands on her hip, for God's sakes.
Joker, get the Norman.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away.
He needs to move faster.
Too bad Ashley doesn't say anything about getting pissed like Rex did, but I'll have to see if Garrus has anything to say. I might tack that on the end of this video if Garrus has anything interesting to say. This is going to be a long video, actually. I didn't realize. I think it's because of how long it took me to do the descriptions of everything. I probably could have rushed through this and got within an hour, but yeah, this is the same. Tali, stay back. Don't fight. Yes.
Brenda, or don't. That would be more fun.
The rune's coming down. What do you want? Yeah, kill the bastard.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
Wait, what? Tali didn't even do anything. She just stood there. Huh. Okay, that was odd. I think she's supposed to pull it her. Well, maybe she was supposed to show her Omni tool like before. I'll see if well, anyway, not a big deal. Yeah, it's just like before. Watch out for the Krogan. Get everyone behind cover if they can. I guess Ashley was doing that. But luckily we've got the armor and the skills. So yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, I did have fire armor ammo on, but yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit OP. Okay, this part is the same. Unfortunately, I don't think I can cut and skip this. No. So you'll just have to watch it again, unfortunately. So but yeah, that's pretty much it. Just the whole thing I was holding off for this whole game and not using Liara and having another singularity user was just to show you that she hallucinates. I hope you all enjoyed that at least, as I did when I first found out about it. I thought it was hilarious. Too bad there's nothing else like that in the game where if you take forever on one spot. Actually, maybe. No, I think Pharos is the same too. I was trying to remember if there was any other planet that happens if you do Vermeer and then like that planet last. But I don't think so. At least as far as I remember, Novaria I think is almost exactly the same. And I think I could have sworn maybe Pharos was supposed to be slightly different, but I don't quite remember. I might do that one off screen just to see if maybe, or not on screen. Sorry, I might off screen test that again just to make sure. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I think there was supposed to be something different about. That's the same. To do.
We almost died out there, and your pilot
is
making
a jerk.
Jokes.
Sometimes Joker's a real ass. Just try to ignore him.
I see. It must be.
That's the same.
But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back
there is
there.
some different dialogue here, by the way, because we got Liara last.
Would have killed me or dragged me
what
off.
did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction.
Yeah, 50 years.
That was my real area of expertise.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn. I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Yeah, basically, yeah, if you... basically, she's a teenager or young adult, according to them, so, you know. Anyway, I might know... you're wasting your time, lady. We know.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander...
Let's see, yeah, that's the same.
It is almost as if someone...
Same.
But here is the incredible part. According
How do you know
to my
this?
findings...
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge. Patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
Yeah, if we do, obviously, the quizzical options, it goes a bit further into it, so... We're in a hurry here. Snap it up, lady.
Get to the point.
The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive.
Oh no, that's
the
different.
Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
I just love the shut up and I'll tell you.
You're not much of an expert, Doctor. The answer's been standing in front of you the whole time. The Protheans were wiped out by a race of machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers?
Let's see.
But I have never
saw
heard
it, lady.
How do you know
There was a
this?
damaged Prothean beacon.
I
on
think
Eden
that's the
Prime.
same.
It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
A beacon? Yes, that makes sense. But the beacons were not programmed to interact with human physiology. I am surprised you were able to make any sense of it at all.
It's still not clear. I can't.
It's just a bunch of random images, even after I got the cipher.
The cipher?
Some Asari mumbo-jumbo. Supposed to help the commander think like a Prothean. I don't know if it worked, though.
Yeah, like when we did Pharos, you know, we got the cipher from the Shawnee or whatever it is, and you're supposed to, it's assumed you have Liara here, so then she, right afterwards, helps you, like, with the cipher to maybe fix the images, but in this case, if you save Liara after Pharos, she doesn't have to be last, just if you do Pharos and then her, it goes straight into the cipher thing, like in this conversation, so it doesn't split it up. It's like, oh, we immediately go into this to get that storyline beat hit, so takes time. It helped a bit. It didn't.
She said it would help me understand my visions, but they still don't make sense.
And this was something another Asari did to you?
Yeah, she violated me.
Commander, with your permission, I would like to try something. You were touched by the beacon. The visions are locked away inside your mind. One of my people gave you a deeper understanding of the visions, but you still cannot put all the pieces of the puzzle together. I might be able to help you.
How does that work, lady?
What do you have in mind?
Like the Asari who gave you the cipher, I can join my consciousness to yours. Maybe my knowledge of the Protheans will help clarify your vision.
Shouldn't you, like, rest after this whole ordeal? Should we really do this now? Yeah, we have to do this now. Go ahead, do it. Forget about it.
Nobody's messing with my head anymore. I'm sick of dealing with these visions.
I understand your reluctance, Commander, but the visions are already there. I only want to help you make sense of them. It may be the only way to stop Saren.
Yeah, but thou must. Go ahead, do it. Fine.
Looks like I don't have a choice.
Okay, and this is basically the same cutscene that I showed you during
Relax, Commander.
Pharos's after Pharos with FemCup. Yeah, they have to get that beat out of the way, even if we say, because this would happen even if we did like Vauldemare and everything. We'd still go through all this because we need to do all the critical plans to get to the final like leg of the game for the most part. I mean, technically there's multiple parts in it, but
That was incredible.
But yeah, this is basically the same.
You are remarkably
Yep,
strong.
destroy listener.
What'd you see?
The beacon on Eden Prime
Yeah,
must
see,
have
is
been badly
Kaiden.
damaged.
There, never mind,
Large
never
parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the
same
commander's
thing.
mind is
There's
incomplete.
nothing. I think there was an option over here if you do this during Pharos, but there's nothing useful now. What? That was pointless.
Looks like we're back where we started.
Quite the opposite, Commander. I think my knowledge of the Protheans will prove useful before this is over.
Not
Saren
really.
knew you were touched by the beacon on Eden Prime.
I think that's
he
the same
probably
from
came
before.
after me because he feared I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision. What was there, at least. Find the missing portion, and I am confident I can put all the pieces together.
Oh yeah, and this is welcome aboard. You can come. Great, another alien.
We've already got every other non-human species on board. Might as well add an Asari to the team.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh,
Yeah, that's the same as
When
when
was
we
the last time you ate
before.
or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just...
Yep.
Still, it could not hurt
She'll
to be
take care of you.
examined by a medical
She'll take care of
professional.
everything.
It will give me the
We'll
chance
talk
to
later. That's all
think
for
things
now.
over.
We're done.
Are we finished here,
Go
Commander?
see the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the council?
Sure.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, I hope you plan to be civil this time. I don't enjoy getting cut off mid-conversation.
Oh, you know me too well. Sorry about that. You saw a report. Goodbye.
I don't need this.
Communications cut, Commander.
I love how Joker's like enjoyed that. He's like, communication's done, Commander. Anyway, we're finally done with that mission. Yeah, this episode's gonna be a little. I might just leave it as long as it is, despite just to have that like big episode, you know, for everything, even though nothing really major happened, and I did kind of drag it out a bit there. So yeah, we finally got the final party member, Liara, after all this time. And yet, yeah, she says she'll help with her Prothean stuff, and yeah, that never actually actually technically does come up in like near the end of the game. But it's kind of funny how she says it'll be a big help, and it was like, well, your knowledge isn't that big of a help, but your biotics are, because you can do singularity and stuff like that. So, all right, folks. Well, now that we've saved her, the crew's complement is complete. So one last round of talks with all the party members, and then it's on to other things. I don't know if that'll take the whole episode, but yeah, we'll even talk to Liara. Although by saving her for almost last, we basically miss out on a ton of conversation blips with her, because you have to do critical plans to get her talking. So I'll show a video where probably during the near the end, when I show the romance like tree setups for like Kaiden and them, and show you like what we would have missed along the way. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
Quit shouting. This place is crawling with Geth.
Field.
Wait, Commander. Can we trust her? Her mother's working with Saren.
I am not my mother. I don't know why Benezia joined Saren. I don't want anything to do with that Turian bastard.
If she was with Saren, the Geth wouldn't be trying to kill her.
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit? But I don't know.
What the hell was that?
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!